Each year, 3 to 4 million pets in American shelters are euthanized. This represents about half of the total pets that are put into shelters each year. Emancipate wants to help reduce this number by using a unique and new approach. Hello, my name is Cielle and I'm a marketing representative for Emancipate. Thank you for attending this, potential donors. We're going to talk about why Emancipate is a necessary and needed program in Austin, compare it to a few other similar ones in the Austin area, and explain why it's the best one and why we're the ones who you should donate to. So make sure that you wait till the end of the presentation to ask your questions, and let's get started. So there's a problem with the veterinary industry in America, which is that it is a legal requirement that the only people who employ veterinarians are veterinarians themselves, which means that veterinary clinics, for the most part, are a bunch of very small clinics all throughout and are very difficult to regulate. Most importantly, it's very difficult to regulate prices for the government. Therefore, prices are very high, and most veterinary clinics are in high-income areas, meaning that the people who need uncostly veterinary care the most don't have easy access to it, and the prices are too high for them. So we want to make it more affordable and also put it in better locations. And so we believe that by providing cheaper spay and neutering services, we can decrease the population of pets that are put into shelters in the first place, meaning that there will be less pets total who are euthanized. So let's compare it to two other programs in Austin. ARF and Animal Trustees are all three of these, us plus those two, are all nonprofits who focus on the same, try to solve this problem by doing it from the same angle. So I'm not going to talk about all the prices, but as you can see, we are the cheapest ones, and as for why there is such a big range in prices, it has to do with the cost of doing different services, and particularly with dogs, as you can see for ARF, it's based completely sometimes on the weight of the dog. So it might be cheaper to go to ARF if you have a little Chihuahua, but for most dogs, it's going to be cheaper to go to us. Another thing that is not on here is how much revenue we have at the end of the year. This is important because a lot of nonprofits are run with the idea that you should have no excess money at the end of the year. All of it should be funneled into an organization, but that means that if something happens, you have a bad year or something of that nature, that you can't recover from it. So we have the philosophy that you should have some amount left over at the end of the year. So we had last year, you can look at our 990 forms on our website. This is where this information comes from. That we had around $800,000 money left over at the end of the year, while ARP had none. And Animal Trustees, unfortunately, like many other nonprofits, was operating at a loss of around $800. So we offer the best price. We have the best locations in Austin, and not just Austin, all throughout Texas, to be in low-income areas where they're going to be most effective. And we are not operating at a loss. We are a successful business, although still a nonprofit, obviously. So if you donate to us, you know your money is going to be put into a good organization that's not going to just go away in the next year, or is going to not know how to properly spend money in an effective way. And we are expanding, and we need more donations and more revenue so that we can expand to new locations and spread this lower cost of spay neutering as well as other services. But I'm just focusing on spay neutering, obviously. So in conclusion, we've been a successful nonprofit since 1999. We know how to run a nonprofit so that we are not operating at a loss, but we can still provide the services that we want to provide. We have the best prices, we have good locations. Of course, we won't try to get more, but we need your donations so that we can continue to provide the service and spread it to other places. So I'll have forms to pass out after Q&A for a pledge to donate any amount of money to us from $5 to $500. It doesn't matter, any amount will count, so please pledge today. So thank you for attending. Are there any questions?